Hey everybody. Hey everybody, come on in and like and share. Like and share, like and share. I know it's late. I mean, is it really? I know some of y'all, I don't know. It was late for y'all. It's not necessarily late for me. But however it may be, I need you all who are here to go ahead and like and share the live. Like and share, like and share, like and share. YouTube. Please get your memberships. We will be having a membership only live very soon, actually within the next couple of days. So get your memberships. Renew your memberships if you need to renew all of the things. Donna, oh, let me go. I can't get to it right there. Um, Donna Pitts, thank you so much for being a member for 17 months. And Miss Donna, I feel like you've been a member longer than that, but never the case may be, you remember now, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my love. Ooh, wait, is this phone died? Is it? Nah, is this phone died? Is this phone dead? Let me see something, y'all. Cause I'm ill prepared. Thank you so much, Miss Donna. I appreciate you, my love. And even if that's the case, I thank you because you're a big supporter, and I thank you so much for what you do. I thank you for supporting us, and um, just you buy merch. When I was selling merch, I thank you so much for being the supporter that you are. I really do. Um, I hope all is well with you. I hope God um, restores you, renews your health and strength, exceeding and beyond, because you're really a good person to other people and you're very selfless from what I have seen. And so I hope that comes back to you. I really, really do. I hope it comes back to you 100 fold. I really do. Lady 50 in the building, been a member for 41 months, baby. That should tell you right there, baby. She been a day one. Thank you, Lady 50, my love. Recently we've kind of had these conversations behind the scenes, and Lady 50 has been a part of that, which has been a very, very good thing. And I just appreciate you so very much as well. So hello one, hello all, hello one, hello all. Let me see if I can grab a couple people. Lady 50 was the first person in the building. Miss Renee, Miss Linda Studers in the building. Cassandra, Doris Shepherd. Hello, my love. Carmelita is in the building. I know it's a little late. Francis Harris is in the building. Hello, my love. Hello, 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 hello. Lasagna is in the building. Hello, my love. Hello, one, hello, all. Laconis, what you doing up, girl? Laconis is in the building. Hello, hello, hello. Antoinette. When that man said he was going to be available, because I ain't forgot. We definitely need to follow up with that conversation. Is it tomorrow? I don't know when he said he was going to be available. I got to follow up with you. Because we need that. Baby, Anita Cash is in the building. Karen Pierce, hello, my love. Sharon Phelps, hello. Carrie Green, hello, hello, hello. Penny Vestina. So hello, one, hello. Gail Watson, hey, Miss Gail, how are you? I see a couple of y'all are up. I'm good, Miss Carmelita. I hope all is well. I see several of y'all up. Happy birthday, Anita Cash. Is Anita Cash birthday? Wait, did I miss it? Did I miss it? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Anita. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Anita Cash, baby. Happy, 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 happy birthday. We wishing you many, many, many more birthdays. Hey, Karen, how are you? LaConda said she up cooking pork chop, baby. You cooking pork chop late in the midnight hour. God's gonna turn it around. You up late cooking up pork chop. You are welcome, my love. Happy birthday. Hey, Miss Charlotte. I'm sorry, Charlotte. Charlene. Charlene Griffin is in the building. Hey, Miss Charlene, how are you? Charlene Griffin Jones, to be exact. Um, all right. So listen, everybody come on in and listen. We don't have as many people, of course, because it's midnight. Late in the midnight hour. God's gonna turn it around. Um, but what I will ask of you, as we have the people that we have in, can everybody like and share the live? Mm-hmm. Mm. I'm eating some saltines that I don't need, but it's because I'm not finna cook nothing. I'm not finna cook the pork chop. Because I promise you, I'm not. I'm not finna get up and cook a damn thing. So baby, a pack of crackers it is for me. Mm-mm. I promise you, I'm not finna get up and cook the pork chop. But what I do need for you all to do, and let me do some tags myself because I'm ready to kind of just get into the conversation, and that's what we're gonna do. So who all is here, who ain't here, ain't here. But let me go ahead and share the YouTube. Um, oh God, cancel that. Oh God, refresh. Okay, so let me just share the YouTube. All right, so let me just do that. Let me do a couple of tags, you all. It's gonna take like less than 2 minutes, and then we're gonna get it started. We're gonna drop Facebook off at the pool. Now they're not okay. Let's not do that. Facebook has been acting a fool lately, so let's just add everybody here, and let's go over here and tag here. But I do have a very interesting and I feel like important conversation that I want to have tonight. Um, and it was something that, um, kind of um, just a conversation that just kind of happened earlier with me and my cousin. And I wasn't meaning on coming in live earlier with the not this subject, but they say everything happens for a reason. And so let me see, group. I'm almost done, y'all, because Facebook be cutting up. I ain't got time to be playing these games. I don't have time for these games with the face and with the book. Nah. Let's see. All right, so let me do my last share, which is not letting me do. Good God Almighty. It's not letting me do now. Share. Okay, let me see if it let me do it now. All right, let's go. All right, and for those of you on Facebook, I see Miss Charlene and Miss Dorothy are on Facebook. Listen, I need y'all to head over to YouTube. That's where we're gonna be. Also, for anybody, I know some of y'all be confused. I don't know how and I don't know why, but it is midnight. It's 12:10 a.m. and it's Saturday, July the 4th. Matter of fact, happy 4th of July for those who celebrate July. But come on over because I'm about to drop everybody off and let's get into the conversation that we're going to have tonight. Eve. Um, now let's see. I don't even think I'm gonna go over there and tag nothing. That cabbage look good today. Thank you for telling me how to cook it. Hope mine come out like yours. Yes, Carrie Green. So listen, I didn't give like all of So listen, what I did was right. I cooked my meat. I had a pack of sausage. It was three sausage links. I cut them all up. That grease was enough to cook the whole head of cabbage. I had a little bit more than a head of cabbage. So listen, you cook your meat. Yes, I had sausage. I browned it on both sides. You put the greenest part of the cabbage. Of course, you wash your cabbage. I don't think I had to tell nobody that. You wash your cabbage. You put the greenest part of your cabbage at the bottom because the greenest part is going to take the longest to cook. You don't need any water. You don't need any other liquids for fried cabbage. Just that little grease alone is going to cook everything you need to cook. Because why? When you wash your cabbage, it's going to have that extra water on it. And then just the cabbage itself is going to produce water. So you put that green at the bottom, you put the other cabbage on top. All right, now at some point you're going to have to stir it around because you need it to shrink unless you got a pot, unless you're cooking in a pot. But if you cook it in a pan, you're going to want to stir it around at some point because you want it to shrink so you can add more in there. Now, after you cook that cabbage for about, and see, I didn't do no timing because the spirit just be guiding me. I would say 10, 15 minutes. Of course, you're seasoning in layers. You're seasoning in layers. She said, okay, come through with the tips. You're seasoning the cabbage in the layers that you're putting it in, okay? Let's cook it for 10, 15 minutes, right? Stir it around like a wild bat. I follow this lady, Auntie. I think her name is Auntie. Stir it around like a wild bat. And as you're cooking it down, right, you're going to taste it around that time, like the 15 minutes or whatever. And you're going to see it's heading towards where you need to be. Maybe it's a little more stiff. Y'all said that cabbage looks so good. I'm gonna try it fried. Y'all never had fried cabbage, and they say fried, but it's not like deep fried. It's only a little bit of grease. You only need a little bit of grease. The grease from the sausage was enough grease for the whole cabbage. And so 15 minutes or so, I don't know. I didn't have a time. And that's the thing, I didn't have a time. But you basically, let it cook down, put the green part at the bottom, let all of that sit for, I don't know, at least 10 minutes, stir it around. If you need to add more cabbage in, put that in and let it, maybe it's even 20 minutes. It depends on how much cabbage you have. And it also depends on what pot you cooked it in. Okay. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is that you're going to let it cook down some, let it cook maybe 10, 15 minutes at a time. It's not going to be this long cooking process of like, an hour and none of that. But so if you're cooking in a pan, you are going to need to stir that up to shrivel it up so you can add more cabbage. So as you're doing that, then you're putting more cabbage on. Let that cook for like 10 minutes. Stir that up. Okay? Stir it up, stir it up. When you stir it up and you got all of the cabbage in there, let that sit. Now you can, if you want, put a lid on it, put something over it. Okay. I don't have these time frames, but I hope y'all are following what I'm saying. Put that green part at the bottom, those outer leaves, if it's real green, put that at the bottom on top of the sachet. Put the mold on top of that. The rest of the now, I would say for about 10 minutes, you're going to need to stir that around because you want that to shrink some so you can add more on top of that unless you're cooking in a pot and you got everything in there one time. Once you have everything in, I would say yes, cover it for 10 minutes. Cover it and don't touch it for 10 minutes. All right, that's going to build your steam. After you build your steam, for that 10 minutes, you're going to want to stir it around and see what is the consistency. See what is the texture. Go ahead and taste the cabbage. What is the texture? Is it close to what you want? Is it farther away? If it's so far away, cook it for another 5 minutes. Covered. Okay? If it's so far away. When it gets close to the texture that you want, I mean, it's close to it. You need to cut the cabbage off. Cut it off. And for me, I want to cut mine off uncovered. Now you can cut yours off covered. You run into a thing if you cut it off covered where you could overcook it. Because here's the thing, if you cut it off uncovered, leave it alone, come back to it in 15 minutes, see what is the texture. Guess what? If it's still a little, if you want it a little softer, cut the stove back on for 7 minutes. Cut the eye back on for 7 minutes. Let it cook. Cover it. Cut the damn eye back off after 7 minutes, uncovered. So you see what I'm getting at? It's going to get you what you need. It's not gonna, this cabbage does not take hours to cook. It does not. It does not take, when they say fried cabbage, it's not a lot of grease. It's a little bit of grease. The grease from the sausage that I cooked was enough. Because guess what? When you add that washed cabbage on top of it, that's going to be water that's still on the washed cabbage. And the cabbage is going to produce water. You're not going to need any more grease. None. And even if you were frying it, quote unquote, without a meat, you're only going to need a little bit of grease. And so maybe I will break that down as far as like a video one day or whatever. But if you're following what I'm saying, that's what you do. Miss Carrie said, I got it. I'm going to try it tomorrow. Let me know how it turns out, Miss Carrie. And here's the thing. Cut it off. Leave it for 15 minutes. Come back and see if it's the texture you wanted. If you want it a little softer, cut it back on for 5 to 7 minutes. If it's almost where you want it, don't put a lid on it because that lid is really gonna cook it too much. If it's almost where you want it, don't put a lid on it. Just cut it on 5 to 7 minutes, stir it around, leave it, cut it off again, and leave it. If it's a little further away from where you want it, maybe put the lid on it again. It's a test to your testimony. and the better you do it, the more you do it, the more familiar you're going to be with it. I like the lid on mine one time for that 10 minutes or so. I only leave the lid one time. I don't want the lid again. I don't want it again. But you do the lid how you want to do it. Because at some point you keep putting that lid on, you're gonna be closer to boiled cabbage. And that's not what I want. Maybe that's what you want. If you want to boil the cabbage, just boil the shit now. But for those who are asking about the crunch and they can't get it, you only need that lid on there one time, 10 no more than 15 minutes. You don't need that lid again. All right? So we done got into that. I need everybody to like and share the live, like and share, like and share, like and share. Y'all know I love to hear something. Let's get into the conversation that I want to have tonight. I'm about to drop Facebook off at the pool. We need everybody to head over to YouTube. I put the link in the chat. I'm about to put it in again. If you are watching the replay, because we know it's late, some of y'all going to catch that replay tomorrow. Please make sure you're liking and sharing the live. We appreciate it so very much. Again, it is 12:20 a.m., honey. We are past midnight tonight. And I'm about to drop Facebook off. Y'all head over to YouTube. I'm going to put the link in the chat one more time. All right. Head over to YouTube. And if you're anywhere near around this time, 12:20 a.m., it is the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July for those who celebrate. Come on over. Come on over to YouTube. All right. So let me drop Facebook off. And let me drop the other Facebook off. Bow. Hopefully it doesn't add Carmen on, honey, because it'd be doing that. Let me see. All right. It doesn't look like it did from what I'm seeing. All right. So I want to have this conversation, right? I was talking to my cousin, and I in the caption in the thumbnail is the spirit revealed to me why you haven't made it as far as you would like. And listen, that's for you and for me, honey, and it's definitely for me. And let me go get something real quick. Pictures, screenshots, and I think one of the biggest things for me is, you've heard the phrase a jack of all trades and a master of none. I think that really applies to me. And listen, when I say this, I'm not trying to sound like braggadocious or anything. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm good at a lot of things. I can cook, I can sing, um, I write. I can write music. I can write a play. I never wrote a play, but I can. It's in my head. I've had it in my head. Just never, written it down. But I write music. I've written music a lot. Um, I am on social media. Like, I would almost say serendipitously. Like, I didn't plan on being on social media. I just kind of came on here and it, went okay. And then I just followed up with it. Every job that I go to, I excel at, and almost like I'm the number one person there. I think there was one time when I wasn't the number one person there, and I was okay with that. I still strive to be the number one person, but the method that that person was utilizing to be number one, I didn't want to do. So I was gonna do what I did, and if that never reached number one, it never did. Now, mind you, I did not stay at that job a significant period of time. I believe I would have passed the girl. I believe I would have passed her, even doing how I was doing what I was doing, and she strong arm people, and I didn't come with that approach. I believe I would have passed her, but I ended up leaving there and working from home. And so, but for the most part, everywhere I go, I was the number one person everywhere. That's how I do my cabbage, and sometimes I use bacon instead of sausage. Yes, Lynn Washington, and that's how you get your crunchy cabbage. Um, Now I know a lot of you all were saying, "Oh, I should have fixed some." What y'all call it? Y'all call it hoe cakes or whatever, or like it's cornbread basically. And I didn't fix no cornbread because I'm back into my low carb bag, and so it was just some baked wings. Actually, I didn't even show the baked wings. Amazing, and it was the fried cabbage. So I didn't do a starch. I thought about, I wanted to put some potatoes in there actually in the cabbage. I didn't do it, and I didn't fix the cornbread. But yes, you all are right. The cornbread would have went so very well with the cabbage and the sausage and the baked chicken that I have, but I did not do a starch. Um, and so I was talking to my cousin, and my cousin is going through something. And my cousin is also like very gifted. She's smart. Um, she's good at a lot of things. Um, and as I was talking to my cousin, right, and all of this is I'm gonna put it all together. But as I was talking to my cousin, and my cousin is also, what is it I said earlier, like gifted with a lot of things, but haven't mastered any. Um, I recognize that in her as well, and I recognize that in both of us. And I'm just like, why is that? Why is that? We're really good at so many things, like, and that's why that phrase is out there. You a jack of all trades, but a master of none. I think maybe that's the phrase. You all can tell me. And so, as I realized this about both of us, and I've been realizing about myself or whatever, but I'm including her in the conversation. I said, the spirit is telling me that you should have had a tax office. You should have had a tax office. And I said, it fits your lifestyle. I think my cousin really loves freedom. Oh, and I do too. Here's another thing about some of us. The freedom that you love, right? You want to be able to pay your bills and do this, but you also want the freedom. You don't really want to be chained down into anything. Okay, I get it and I understand it, and I that was one of the number one things that I wanted when I left a working regular job. However, if you still want to be rich or want like an abundance, you have to put in the work that you put into those jobs into yourself, right? But now I wanted to share with her because I felt like it would have put everything into a nice package for her. And it also is something that I had thought about as well because I also know how to do taxes. Um, I said, the tax business would have been perfect for you because I've known you to do taxes and you only need like a certification or whatever. There's these places you can go to or whatever. And also, the tax season is pretty much from now. I would say TurboTax does it from October to a little bit after April. I don't know. As you're in the business, you can decide. You really could do probably December to May or June, right? May, for real. And so, and for some people, they may be like, "Oh, that's just a little bit a month." You can make hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in that tax season. Do y'all know how much they're charging people? And y'all might be the people. They're charging people. If anybody wants to share, you don't have to. If anybody wants to share how much money you all paid to get your taxes done, if anybody wants to share that, you can because it's part of the conversation I was having. And just that's just only a segment of the conversation that I wanted to have. But this is what kind of brought the conversation public and why I'm talking about it now. This is just a piece of that. If anybody would like to share how much you pay to get your taxes done, you don't have to, but if anybody would like to share, there are people paying a couple $100 to get the most simple tax return done that I've ever seen. I could probably do that tax return in 15 to 20 minutes, and they're paying $250. Okay, Laconda say they pay $750. Now, I would imagine with Laconda's paying $750, her or her husband or both of them may have a business, and that this is somebody who I hope from this is somebody who can reduce your tax liability um, and give you things that you didn't know you can write off and all of those things. So Laconis, let me know if you and or your husband has a business and that this person therefore is telling you all of the things you can write off. They're telling you to keep track of all of this. Hopefully that's what they're telling you. Keep track of all of the year. When you go out to lunch and you are talking about business, that's a write-off. That's a business expense. Ours is far from simple. My husband has a business. Our tax lady is also a CPA. I knew it. I knew somebody had a business. I knew somebody had a business. And so, listen, if your CPA is doing their job, they're telling you all so many things to write off that it would make sense to pay them that. Now, here's the thing, being that I kind of serendipitously again kind of worked for TurboTax so many years, I've seen so many things. I could do my own taxes. Yes, we write off a lot, otherwise we'd be screwed. You got to. Let me tell you, everything can be a write off. If you rent a car and you go out of town and you do business when you're out of town, that car rental is a write off. You're sitting down to eat in a meal and you're discussing business. That's a write off. It's so many write offs. Um, pay your children X amount of money, which can be tax free. I don't know if it's 12,000. I can't remember. Write off. It's so many things that we have not had access to the knowledge of that can save you so much money. All of those things. So a CPA can be worth it. If you don't know what to do and how to do it, the CPA can be very much so worth it. Antoinette said, my lady charges $500. And so what is that for, Antoinette? Is it you have a business, or what is that 500 for? Because if you don't have a business, 350, hold on. Diana is saying 350. So Antoinette and Diana, can you two tell me, Antoinette with the 500, Diana with the 350, do you all have a business? I paid 600. I own my business. My husband paid 700. No business, but owns property. And see, Arbenz, I honestly understand the 600 and you owning a business. Your husband paying 700 with no business. Listen, first of all, do what you need to do, right? But that 1099S, which if he sold property or whatever, that's what he's going to receive. Or if he's getting, if he's just reporting the income that he's making, whatever, I don't know. For me, I guess because I know a lot about it, $700 is a lot. I'm not saying don't pay it. Pay it if you don't know how to do it. But this is the reason I talked to my cousin about this business, because these people are paying so much money. Now, a business owner paying $500, $600, $700, I get it, because if that person is doing their job, they're telling you how to save thousands or hundreds of thousands in taxes. And they're preparing you for that throughout the year. You need to be keeping documentation of these things. I get that. I don't get if you don't have a business and if your tax situation is not complicated. Owning a property does have some or properties, it does kind of get into some things. SALT, I don't know if y'all know the acronym SALT, but it's basically the taxes that you pay versus your mortgage and all of these things, and coming together and what you can write off as well. Also, knowing how much you can write off within a year, and um, if you have enough, a lot of people don't realize too with taxes, if you don't have the minimum amount to write off a year, there's a minimum amount that if you don't reach that threshold, you're putting in this stuff and it's not mattering because you're falling under a default, right? You have to reach over an amount. So just say it's over 13,000 because I didn't do taxes last year, maybe for my family or whatever. But just say 13,000 as a married couple. Um, if you don't have over $13,000 worth of write-offs, you're putting that stuff in, but it's not mattering because you're falling under default. And until you reach 13,000 and above, you're not reducing your taxes by anything. So there's so many things. My accountant charges $500 because she's a family friend, and we need her because we have a lot to do. Now, Carrie Green, when you say a lot to do you have a business? What do you mean a lot to do? Now, you don't have to share, but I'm very just curious about this. But she takes it out when it comes, and she claims everything that I could not pay back. But she takes it out when it comes, but she claims everything that I could not pay back. Oh, I don't. I charge $150. Okay, Miss Gail. So Miss Gail does taxes. She charges $150. But Miss Gail, do you see how much people are paying? Do you see how much they're paying? Um, and sometimes the taxes are just so simple, y'all. You are telling the truth. Sometimes the taxes are so simple. No business, long form. Um, No, I don't have a business. I always have to pay back, but she makes it so I get back money. Now, I'm not gonna. So there's, okay. I'm gonna say this. Something, and I don't know what your tax person is doing, but I know something trending that tax people do is to kind of like say people have a business, right? And so you can choose if you're going to be a tax person to um, I guess lie. And I'm not saying your person does Antoinette. I'm just saying this is something that I know that's trending. Say a person has a business, they can write off a certain amount, and this would be an easy way to get them some money. I couldn't get him to use my tax lady. I don't trust who he used. Okay, got you. Arbenz, I got you, I got you. Because I don't understand why he's paying more than you, and that's his. Not to say that does take a little. The forms that people get when they own properties are pretty straightforward. So I don't know why he's paying more than you. Um, I do my own and have a business and pay less than $200. Exactly, Simone Foster. But people are intimidated by taxes, so I get it. It's just me, or is Darnell breaking up? No, now no sound. I think it's just you. Are y'all? Can y'all hear me? Y'all, I know y'all got to better hear me because we've been having a conversation this whole time. Y'all, let me know if you can hear me. Say yes in the chat. Or have I been breaking up? I don't think I should have, but let me know. They can hear me, lady. Five. Oh, go out and come back in. Close down and came back in. Oh, she said she's good now. Okay, so she said she's good now. I was responding to her. Okay. So okay, good. So yeah, I basically the long story of that. Oh, Laconda's already said go out and come back in. Thank you, Laconda's. Um I'm not to hurt my people. Exactly, Miss Gail. And I feel you on that. And that's why I was telling my cousin, like, these people are charging enormous amounts of money for simple tax returns. Simple tax returns. Listen, I don't even know how. So the conversation is like jack of all trades and all this, well, part of it, and we're gonna get into more conversation about that. I don't even know how I started doing tax returns. Let me tell y'all something. I started doing a tax return when you had to mail in the damn thing. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember when the tax returns were like mail in? You actually had a 1040 form. You filled it out and mailed it in. Does anybody remember those times? Because even though I was younger, I remember having to do that. Now this year I went to someone. He charged me $300. I ended up paying back, and he didn't charge me at all. I didn't know. Wait a minute. I didn't know what she did, but she said she claimed almost things. Wait a minute now. That's what it. Now this year I went to someone else. He charged me $300, and I ended up paying back, and he didn't charge me at all. I don't know what she did, but he said he claimed almost I guess that's almost everything. Thank you. That you Antoinette, that message is hurting my brain. Now what I do think you were saying is that um oh, okay, you deleted it. Okay, love. What I think you were saying is that uh you went to someone else and he didn't do what the lady did. Now, here's the thing. Taxes are pretty straightforward. Sometimes somebody, let me see if let me see something. Let me bring this over here. And let me refresh this. Okay. Taxes are pretty straightforward. A lot of times what you all don't realize, if somebody is getting you more than someone else, they're probably falsifying something. Um, it don't have to be. Maybe they're filling out something else, whatever. But a lot of times they're falsifying something. Most commonly, they're saying you have a business that you don't have. That's how people got that PPP loan. Okay. I used to do hours until it got complicated by buying and selling properties and owning a business with crazy expenses. Now, Lacondas, um, when you own a business with crazy expenses, the biggest thing is keeping up with that throughout the year. And that is what is that? QuickBooks. Is it called QuickBooks? Is however you want to do it, you can use a spreadsheet or whatever. You have to keep up with it monthly, right? Because otherwise you're going to lose out on your expenses. Also, you got to know what expenses you can and can't. So I understand if you have a business and you want to give that over to somebody, it really could make sense because that person is going to save you so much money. Like a truck driver, you're going to want to write off all of those miles. You're going to want to write off everything you can write off as a truck driver or Uber driver. You're going to want to write off all of those miles. You're going to want to write off maintenance. You're going to want to write off everything you can write off to where Uber drivers in particular, I've seen can pay very little taxes on their money if they do what they're supposed to do. Those fees that Uber charges, all of that stuff. So if you don't know, yes, give it over to somebody because if not only just a business, let me say this, not only just a business, but also self-employment, which is a 1099, independent contractor, which is kind of like a business sometimes too. You may want to give that over to somebody if you don't know everything you need to know. No business, but I always did my own. Okay. Antoinette says she deleted that. Are you sleepy, Antoinette? My daughter and her husband still waiting on their taxes. Make sure you have health insurance. Oh, yes. Let me tell you something. If you don't, if well, let me tell you something about the health insurance, right? And what people didn't realize too. If you lied to them people and you got their health insurance through the marketplace and they gave it to you at a discount because of your income, when you get ready to do your taxes, it's going to look for that 1095A. I believe that's the form. Again, I didn't do taxes this year. I don't think I did it last year. So I'm trying to remember by memory. 1095A, I think that's the form. I can't remember. Could be wrong. Um, if you are supposed to have that form, meaning you had health insurance through the marketplace at a discounted rate based on the income you told them, and you did not include that form, your taxes are not even gonna go through. Not gonna go through, not gonna go through, not gonna go through, not gonna go through, not gonna go through. If you lied and said you made X amount of money to get that reduction on your taxes, then when you put in your W-2s and all of your income, it is going to calculate that. And you're going to pay that money back that you lied and told them people you didn't have that money and you didn't make that money. That's another thing. I'm here to tell you. I've seen it too many times. All right. So that's another thing. People, and it used to be where you maybe didn't have to file that form or it wasn't a requirement for you to put your health insurance. Now they've gotten where if you is particularly if you have the marketplace insurance where they gave it to you at a discount because of your what you told them you made, you got to file that form or you can't file your taxes. And it knows what you said you made and it sees what you made. And therefore, you're going to pay the difference plus more on that. Okay, I done seen it too many times now. Go on and do it if you want. Well, I don't think now they don't even have the discounted health insurance. They say all of this shit done went up because of that man. All right. But there's that. So I got to be privy to a lot of this tax stuff because I did TurboTax for so many years. And although I came in TurboTax as a product expert, which is I was helping them more with technical, right? There would be people who did not want to pay the extra money for tax advice. And some of the things, right, we weren't supposed to give them tax advice, but some of the things were very simple that they would ask. So they would say, well, I put my kid in and I didn't see no difference in the taxes. Well, if you go through it, maybe they didn't check head of household. Or maybe when they went through, put their kid in, they said they only had their kid 4 months out the year. That's not going to do it. Now, did you have the kid? How long did you have the kid? The whole year would be ideal. Or did you have the kid 6 months? But if you put in you ain't had the kid but 3-4 months, you're not gonna it ain't gonna happen for you, sweetheart. All right. And so there would be all of these things. If you pay daycare, okay, you can get money back for that. It's so many things, but you have to know it. You have to know the things, or you have to use a software. And listen, I could be biased with this, but I'm so familiar with the TurboTax product that I do recommend someone who wants to do their own taxes to try TurboTax. Either carry, I pay them people faithfully every year, exactly, because it really will walk you through a lot of things. So as I came in product supports, there were people were asking me tax questions. Some of them were simple. They didn't click the right thing. They forgot to click this or whatever. Some more complicated. But listen, I'm getting paid. So now I'm looking into the people's tax problem that they didn't want to pay the extra money for. So I could lead them in the right direction, not give them tax advice. So just say, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. A self-employed person, and I got very good with self-employment because I was self-employed. I still am. A self-employed person with Uber. That was a common thing, the Uber people. So they had this 1099K, some of them received, right? And first of all, their initial question was what software they needed. So you need self-employment, right? Because even though that's not your business, but you're independent contractor and you're kind of operating under the umbrella of self-employment. So that's your first thing. You need self-employment as far as the package of tax software that you need, right? Input that 1099K. All right. TurboTax is going to take you through your expenses, right? Um, but there are people who buy snacks for their people. That's a write-off. Um, your mileage, everything, and it's these things that people don't know. Okay, so you bought that snacks, yes. If you have a business, you bought a computer for your business, you bought software, you bought whatever for your business, that's a write-off. It's a lot of things that people don't know. And then as a product support, what I began to do was research them this stuff under the TurboTax umbrella because you will go to this is the help center, right? And the help center, you can ask it, can I write this off? Right? This is how I started on this path. And then it would answer you. Tax experts had already went in and answered this question. And I would just forward the customer this information, but I'm learning the information as I'm forwarding them the information, right? So now I'm learning about what you can do. I'm also getting paid for helping them with their technical support. And now I'm investigating because the longer I'm on the phone with you, I don't care anything about the AHT. Excuse me, for the SNP. I don't care nothing about the average handle time. Um, I'm getting paid for being on the phone. And so now I am researching and sending them the articles where they can pretty much answer their own question, not giving them tax advice, but also giving them the answer. And at some point when I started doing this, um, whatever management was there at one point, they moved me, they promoted me to more of like not the tax advice where like you're the CPA, but there's a thing up under the CPA. They moved me to that. I'm like, and I don't know if I didn't want to be moved to that because you got to answer state questions, and I didn't feel like I had the training for it. But that's just how good I had gotten at it. That they just moved me into that. But they were paying pretty good, so I went on and went over there. But anyway, I said all that to say that is my how I got into a lot of the knowledge that I did, but I do remember back filing the forms when they were paper forms, you had to mail them in. And it really pretty much was just answer the question, how much money did you make? How much taxes did you pay? It's all on your form that they send you at the end of the year. A lot of the taxes are very simple. And I don't understand why people are paying hundreds of dollars for simple tax returns. Other than that, the tax people are getting over because they know people are intimidated by doing their own taxes. So anyway, I had this conversation with my cousin. I'm going to reel it back in. And I told her that that is what I felt like she was supposed to be doing. I also told her I have an interest in that. And then I come to find out that my cousin, and maybe I knew this and forgot about it, or maybe because, when you're younger, whatever. My cousin was a whole tax auditor for the IRS. I said, so girl, you mean to tell me that you was the people who go bothering people who lied on their taxes and now you got to go figure it out? And I mean, I wouldn't say harass, but you got to go bother them people to get the receipts and all of these things. That's a high position as far as I'm concerned. So you was the tax auditor. You was the tax auditor for the IRS. I said, if you don't get your ass into this fucking thing, that's going to be your selling point right there. Bitch, let me tell you who I am. Not only am I certified, and I went to get my certification, and we all see how the certifications can go. Some people get their certification, they don't know shit, they don't do shit, can't tell nobody shit. We ain't gonna get into that. Get your certification. Your selling point is that, bitch, you was the IRS tax auditor in this bitch. Can't nobody, it's a lot of people can't say that. You already know how to do taxes. I know how to do taxes. I said another thing, right? So we're talking about the jack of all trades, but you haven't mastered anything because you're good at everything. That's one aspect. That's just one aspect of how I feel like some of us have not gone to the next level. I feel like also sometimes it may require you to be in a partnership with someone. Okay. Now let's look at marriage and what marriage can do for people, and them having two people, and those two people focused on a goal, and they have the partnership or whatever. It doesn't have to be always marriage, but it is a partnership. Sometimes maybe it does take that. Sometimes one person can do it by themselves. Sometimes it take a partnership. All right. So I thought about that too. All right. And I thought about also the black tax. How many of you all know what the black tax is? Put a number 77 in the chat if you know what the black tax is. Number 77 in the chat if you know what the black tax is. Now, although we are late and we don't have as many people on, if you can support the channel, please do. We're definitely I'm giving out good information tonight, and this is a great conversation for people to think about. So the black tax is black people who are doing well or doing okay, even, and they either feel like they have an obligation or they're being asked by a lot of their family members to help them out with stuff, right? So it's almost like someone who is doing well, but oftentimes they're doing well, but they're not rich, right? They're doing well. They can take care of themselves. They're going on trips, they whatever. They're financially okay, and their family is asking them for shit. Now, we're not talking about people who come into this country and then they're sending money back to their country back home. We're not talking about that. We're talking about oftentimes African Americans who are doing well, and they have this obligation that they feel like they are obligated to help their family. And that could be your mother, your father, your sisters and brothers. There is this, sometimes it's called the black tax. Y'all look it up. The black tax. Look it up. There is this pressure for this person who is seemingly doing well to help take care of their family um, as well. And so oftentimes it's to the point where they do it so much, or they're doing it to a degree, well, it's kind of holding them back as far as financially what they could be doing to move forward with their life and progress what they're doing. That's another reason sometimes people have not gotten where they want to be. All right. So if you haven't heard of the black tax, please look it up, because that's definitely a thing. Um, Now, we've often heard people putting people before themselves. Women, you all do that a lot. Put people before you, whether that is your spouse or your baby daddy, your kids, or whatever. So much so that you're giving so much of yourself that you don't have the time to invest in yourself to move yourself where you need to be. There's all of these reasons, and different reasons for different people. They're not excuses, but there are things that people have fallen into a trap. And if they could see themselves in the trap, maybe they can get out of it and turn it around. Um, oh, this is a big one for me. This is a big one for me. I put a note that you have yielded over your highest energy that you're ever going to have in life over to someone else's dream. When I tell you that is so heavy for me. My best life I've given to a company. Now, at some point, was that company okay? Yes, because when I told you I worked for Bell South, and it went to AT&T, but I worked for over 10 years. When I was working for Bell South, after 12 hours overtime, we was in double time. So now for the longest of me working this job, it was making sense for me because I'm making over $50, closer to $60 an hour. Now, and and with my mindset now, um, I'm not gonna say that that's not decent. I that's decent, right? Um, I do feel like it's limited, right? I feel like depending on what your goals are or how big you see yourself being, any hourly amount is limited because you're stuck there for how many ever hours. Now we're talking about you got to do double time. So now you're over 8 hours a day. So just say now you're 15 hours a day that you're giving to this company. And so, yes, they're paying you now. Um, 50 plus, maybe $60 an hour. And if you add all of that up, it can be decent, right? However, if you were to apply 15 hours a day to something that is, I started to look at something like sales, right? Sales, commission, these are things that are unlimited. So at some point in my life, I started looking at this, right? I could keep adding on commission or sales, and at some point, I'm going to surpass my hourly wage because I have this pool of people that are paying monthly. And as they're paying monthly, weekly, bi weekly, however, but oftentimes monthly, I'm getting a residual from that, and it's unlimited. So, this opened up my mind in terms of how me exchanging my hourly time for a rate is always more limited than me exchanging my time for uh, something that was unlimited, whether that's sales or commission or whatever. And so I've made more money doing those things, sales commission, than I have hourly rate. So that expanded my mind when it came to that. And I just, want to say the conversation was when I moved to the next topic, you've yielded your highest energy into someone else's dream. So when you're younger, you tend to have, it just part of life. I remember me being younger, I worked two full-time jobs. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I I'm not working no damn two I'm not working no damn two full-time jobs. I'm not doing that right now. I did it. I had the energy to do it. It was all, baby, I wanted to do it. I did it for quite a while. And this part of my life, I'm not doing that. Now, if I had to do it and there was some kind of whatever, okay, yeah. But just me, I don't have the energy. I don't have that energy that I had then to do that. Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Someone supported and I didn't hear it. Miss Billy, I see something. She says I'm on here, but no one can see me. And why? I don't know, Miss Billy. Say something. Why she say nobody can't see her? Did we see Miss Billy? She said I'm on here, but nobody can see me. And why? I don't know. Miss Billy, can you say something? Have we seen Miss Billy this whole time? Have we seen Miss Billy this whole time? I don't know, Miss. Are you? I don't know. I just saw. I probably have my volume down. Oh, there it is. Why? I gotta turn my volume up. Thank you for the cash out, Miss Billy. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm asking her, but if she's saying nobody can't see her, then she ain't gonna be able to answer. Lady 50 says she haven't seen Miss Billy. So Miss Billy, the only thing I can think of is that you hmm hmm I can think of two things. Um Make sure you haven't unsubscribed. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel because you will be able to comment then. Because I just saw you yesterday, oh, the day before yesterday, all in the chat. Um the only other thing I can think of, if you were blocked for some reason, which I don't know why that would have happened. I know I wouldn't. I know I didn't do it. Let me check though, which is a whole ordeal. So Miss Billy says she's commenting, but nobody can see her. Let me see something. Let's see. Miss Billy, if you could say something, well, wait, y'all say, hey, Miss Billy, but so mods, if y'all can tell me if anybody might have made a mistake and did something, because I don't know why Miss Billy wouldn't be able to comment. Um, Let me look through the list. And of course, oh, I think I can do a search. Let me just see if I can do a search. But I don't see her in the search. Miss Billy, are you sure you're under the same profile? You're under your profile. Are you logged in? Are you logged in? And I don't know how we're going to communicate unless you send me a message on Facebook. Are you logged into your profile? There's so many questions that I have to ask, and you're going to have to message me on Facebook. Are you logged into your profile? Are you logged into YouTube? Right now, I don't see that you're on no block list or nothing. I'm scrolling down, and I couldn't imagine why you would be. All right, and let's see. Oh, my face itching. Um, I see that half on the block list. Let me just scroll down because I'm just mm. Yeah, Miss Billy, I don't see you here. So then there's these other questions like, are you logged in? Um, are you subscribed? No, Miss Billy. Somebody put Miss Billy on the block list. Now, now we're gonna have a problem. We finna have a problem. We finna have a problem. I'm finna get ready to take some. I'm finna get and see. Here's the thing. I'm finna get ready to take some people off the mod list who either need glasses or whatever. I don't know what the case may be. And I don't live long enough to know that ain't nobody gonna say they did it. That's just too much like asking the right thing. Miss Billy, see if you can comment now, love. Ain't nobody gonna say they did it. But then when I start taking people off the mod list, then they're gonna be mad. See, this is how the shit happens in life. Now, why the hell was Miss Billy on the block list? Miss Billy, I need you to say something again. I mean, not again, but in the chat. Yes, she says. What the fuck? Let me tell you, I want to make it very clear the communication I'm having now. Somebody, damn sure wasn't me, put Miss Billy on the block list. Let me tell you another thing. I have no expectation for anybody to say, oh, I think I did that, Darnell, because that's not what people do. Third thing, if this happens again, I'm gonna modify my people that I just added to my moderators, and I really don't want to hear shit about it, but I know I'm gonna hear shit about it because this is how life goes too. Somebody gonna be offended. But how the fuck Miss Billy end up on the block list? And who else on that bitch? Now that's either somebody need their glasses or we got a problem. Okay. Now, mm-hmm. So we're gonna see. Now I'm on here to now. If anybody else is on the block list that shouldn't be, I need you all to inbox me on Facebook, or Miss Billy sent the cash out that said, "Why can't nobody see me?" Okay. So get my attention so I can see why you're on the block list if you don't need to be on there. How the hell did Miss Billy end up on the block list? Now I have an issue with this now. I do. I do. And like I said, I done lived long enough to know that ain't nobody did it. All right. So we're gonna we're gonna I'm gonna move on, but that was very disturbing to me. Very much so. Okay. I just want to let everybody know that's very disturbing to me. Very much so. All right, Miss Billy. Well, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Thank you for sending that in my inbox so I can correct it. I am pissed about it. Miss Billy? Are you kidding me? Out of all people. So when I'm trying to calm myself down. Who did it? Now, shit. Ain't nobody gonna say they did it. Miss Billy, do you see my comment to you? Carrie Green, yeah, we can see your comment. Now, anybody else who can't see the comment, either you need to inbox me on Facebook or send a cash out to get my attention like Miss Billy did. Now, I'm about to be mad about this in half a second. I'm trying not to be. But who did it and why? Was it a mistake? Ain't nobody gonna say they did it because we all know how that go. Some get tore up in your house. Some get tore up in your house. Ain't nobody coming to tell you they fucking did it. Nobody coming to tell you they did it now. We know this. If you can support the channel, please do. Hold on one second. That's gonna make me mad. All right, y'all. Um, Let me also put the stream, y'all. I know I want to talk to Antoinette because I got several things to talk to her about. There's the stream yard if y'all want to come on. Um, Penny says, shit, I've accidentally banned people in the past and I raised all kind of hell until Darnell saw my comment and lifted the ban. I want to say it was Carla, if I remember correctly. Like, here's the thing. Just say you did it. Don't fucking leave Miss Billy out there in the wilderness. Miss Billy, out of everybody, that's going to piss me off. And it's going to piss me off to the point where I'm gonna start damn removing people because I don't know who did it. You know what my mama used to say? Hey, y'all tell me if anybody else mama used to say, I'm gonna whip both your ass to make sure I got the right one. Hey, did anybody else mama say that? If you had siblings, I'm gonna whoop both your ass because everybody said they didn't do it. Hey, my mama said, I'm gonna whoop both your ass to make sure I got the right one. Penny said, yep, my grandma and my mama would say that. Oh yeah, Carrie. Okay, so I got you, Carrie. So Miss Billy should be back in full effect. I saw her comments or whatever. I want Antoinette to hit that stream, y'all, because I got a couple questions. I ain't forgot about that main. Cause honey, we need that conversation. When it gonna be tomorrow? He said he off tomorrow, ain't it? Antoinette.
Yes, sir.
When is that man off of work?
He just called too. I told him I'm in the bed. I got to get up in the morning.
Oh, when is he? When is y'all? We need that. When is y'all off?
No, I'm working this weekend. Don't start that. He don't come over here every day now.
Mm. We need that. That was so good, and it's such a good conversation to have like these men. Like, so
Yeah,
you
he
was a
been
dog.
talking about it too. Talking about me
Yeah.
and my homeboy gonna come on down next. Talk about women. I said, boy,
Oh, bring the homeboy. Yes, tell him to bring the homeboy. But I need you, and I need the. Well, I really would wish some the girlfriend or whoever from the homeboy bring her ass on there too. Because these men, I needs to know. Yeah, tell him and the homeboy to come on. We need the man perspective. But I'm finna hold them to the fire on that shit.
uh,
I'm gonna hold them to the fire because I'm a dude too. Why do y'all do so much? Why does it take you so long to realize you need
mm-hmm.
to get it together with one woman? Why?
It would be a nice conversation.
Yeah, tell him and the homeboy. Yeah, I need that. I need you too though. Because you go so when he get to telling a lie, so when he get to telling a lie, you can be like, hold on.
Oh
That ain't what happened. Mm-hmm. Telling them, come on, we're gonna shout their pages out and everything. We need that. We need the male's perspective. Straight men. That's what we need. And I'm gonna ask them all of the good questions. You best to believe that. So Antoinette, I'm assuming he was I don't know how he looks, but he must have been a looker. He was because I believe you was a looker because you still cute now. So you was looking good, and I'm assuming he was looking good too.
I don't know. I guess I was attracted to like thugs or whatever.
Oh,
He was
see, there
like
we
a
go.
thug.
There we go. There we go with the
I don't
bullshit.
know why women are attracted to those kind of guys.
There we go with the bullshit. They say we need that conversation, Antoinette. Don't we
Ah,
need it? Oh, we need that. Oh,
oh
Carrie Green, the way that man was in that background, and we didn't know that Antoinette baby daddy was over there at the house, and they in the same house. And I said, "Oh, look, we was on the line 4 fucking hours, and I didn't even know it."
I
I said,
know.
"Not
I
4 hours."
seen that.
It didn't seem like it did it.
Uh-uh.
I said, "Not the 4 hours."
Look, and I'm
But
thinking he was supposed to go home. Talking about
uh-uh.
he ain't leaving until the morning. I say, what?
Girl, I said, what the hell we got going on over here? Antoinette and her baby daddy.
Look, and my daughter woke up the next morning. She tried to come in my room. My door was locked. Talking about, yeah, y'all was in there together. I said, nope. I went upstairs and locked my door so he couldn't come up here.
Okay. You better protect yourself at all costs, honey. You better had another one. He like to have twins too.
Uh,
Imagine you done got caught up and now you got fucking twins again.
mm-mm.
Girl, you be mad at yourself. I be mad at you
I'm
too.
55. I sure would be mad at myself. No, no.
Mm-mm. But no, I really like that is such a good conversation. Mind you, you all, there's on the screen, so we were talking about I want to kind of wrap that up. There's many more reasons. I just really want people to self-reflect and see what is the reasons you're not getting from point A to point B. Now, here's the thing. I've always been able to take care of myself. Yes, we're live, Shawnette. We're live right now. Yes, we are. It is 1:24 a.m. This is probably one of the latest live we done did in a while. Yes, we're live right now. Um, I've always taken care of myself, self-sustained, all of this stuff or whatever, right? And even to the point of being able to help others, whatever. But I've told y'all from the beginning that I've been trying to reach this other threshold that I've never been able to reach. And so this conversation is for me as well, particularly the jack of all trades, the black tax. Now, one thing about it, I'm gonna help my mama. I'm gonna help my mama. But sometimes that has to be limited as well because sometimes your mama will take you through take her through there. Sometimes your mama will take you through there. We all got to balance everything. Sometimes you know your mother. I'm not saying my I'm not saying my mom right now, because my mom has come a long way. As a matter of fact, she helps me with things, not necessarily money, but she helps me with things. But back then, she would take me through there. My mom had a whole checkbook of mine that I had already signed my signature to all of the checks. All right. Now she would let me know when she was gonna write them, but they was getting written. Okay. Um, So it's all of these things, the black tax, jack of all trades. You're putting your energy into all of your good energy when you're younger into companies. And most of these companies will give you their ass to kiss when it's time to furlough, lay off, and all of these things. All of these things. I'm sorry, Antoinette, you said something?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Giving good advice and not taking your own advice, all of these things, right? So, self reflect, assess, and hey, Shawnette, and let's try to move forward and do better and get in the right direction so we can get to the next thresholds. Also, some people are complacent, so that's fine if you want to work this job and this is your salary and that's your expectation and you want to retire, whatever. That's fine if that's your expectation and that's what you want and that's all you want. I think well, not I think I'm speaking to the people who want more but they're stuck in that. So for you, for right, and it's not no like one person is higher than other. People have different aspirations. So for you, the job may be enough, and it may be whatever you can see yourself doing and retiring. For me, I don't want to do that for no damn 30 years, and I don't want to retire this bitch, and I want to pursue and go on to do other shit. So for you and for black people to say, "Oh, that's a good job," people told me this other. Oh, you got a good job. Hey, Darnell, love, hi chat. Hey, the break room for one. Thank you for coming through, my love. Um, People told me this all the time. Oh, you got a good job, and so I'm not diminishing that. I'm just saying that everybody have different dreams, aspirations, goals, and all of those things. And sometimes these are some of the things that get in your way. Now that I said that, I'm gonna close that conversation, and maybe we can go more into it later, right? Oh, life has jaded you. I want to just briefly talk about that. Um, Sometimes people and their disappointment in other people, whether that's relationships or family or whatever, can cause them to feel a little downtrodden about life and pursuing or whatever because they're kind of like disappointed in people, especially when you're a good person. You got to get out of that too. You got to get out of that. It's plenty bad people. The expectation that you have for them to treat you how you're treating them, you need to remove that. And it's not, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with you expecting that. You need to raise your awareness, your discernment about who is going to treat you how you want to be treated. And you need to recognize quickly and early on when it ain't gonna happen and when the people can't do it. Everybody say hello to the break room. Um, so that's that, because these are all things that can hinder you. Sometimes in life, you get defeated. You feel defeated by certain things, or you feel kind of like the world breaks you down. Men break women down, and life can break people down. You cannot allow that. Those things are to be observed. How did this happen? How did I get here? Why did I allow it to happen? You're not beating yourself up. You're just assessing and observing. I'm not going to do that again. And to pick your spirit back up and move it forward in the right direction to get to your goal. But I feel like for some people, not maybe for everybody, for some people, the more licks you get, your spirit, your energy, your spirit, it kind of dies down some. For some people, it can propel them. For some people, it can weaken you. And even if you have the knowledge that it's happened, you may not have the energy and the spirit to. For me, I don't know if I'll ever get, and maybe this is just life, and maybe I don't think that I'll ever get the 19-year-old energy that I had back. The willingness and the things that I was willing to do at 19-year-old, I don't know if I'll ever get that back. And I gave it to the wrong. I didn't. I misplaced it. Now, mind you, again, people would say, "Oh, you work for the phone company. That was a good job, or whatever." As I look back on it, that was misplaced energy. That I don't feel like that energy that I had, willing to work 80 hours, no sleep. I don't know if I'll ever get that back again. I don't think I will. Well, no, let me just say, I don't know if I will. Um, had I placed that energy into people, I'm sorry, had I not placed that energy into people or to a job or to whatever, and I invested in myself and the idea that I had in myself and the idea that I had betting on myself, where could I be? But black people and probably people, they promote a job. Go get a job. Now, one thing I will say is that when I first moved to Atlanta, they were taking me to the McDonald's and things. I told y'all this before. I was pretending that I was filling out the McDonald's applications. I never did fill it out. Never did want them to call me. Never did. I didn't fill those out. I didn't want. I knew I didn't want that. But the quote unquote good job, I did pursue that, and I fell in that trap. I wish I didn't even fall in that trap. But at least I didn't fall into the McDonald's trap. Nothing wrong with anybody want to work there. I just didn't want that trap because I knew that I could go past there. I didn't even have to go there. A lot of people said their first jobs was McDonald's. But I didn't even, I didn't even, I didn't even start there. I started where people would say the quote unquote good job. And like I said, I'm not shunning it because if that's what you want to do, if you want to retire, whatever, that's fine. I just know for me, I could have invested that energy into another thought and another mind. And as I went later into find out sales and commission and all of those things, I could have doubled and tripled that with the energy that I had then. I don't have that energy now. Don't know if I'll ever get it again. I want it. Do I want it? Yeah, I want. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, do I want it? Um, but willing to work two full-time jobs. I don't want to work no two full-time jobs right now. I don't want to do that. Because there's now the thought of working smarter, not harder. I was willing to work hard then. I damn near could have did construction when I was 19. So wasting your best years towards somebody else's dream, somebody else's goal, and quote unquote a good job. I really admire the people who pursue their dream and they're relentless in it, particularly when they're younger. Uh, I will say sometimes people are pursuing dreams when they're older, and not that I don't think they should pursue them, but I think there should be an acknowledgement with are you excellent at it? Because at this big age, you're probably going to be needs to be extraordinary at it. extraordinary, not just regular, in order to break into it at the big age. So, but I admire people, especially younger people, who uh, they pursue their dream and they're relentless about it. Yes, I believe in working, but only till the money start working for you. Exactly. Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with working. Nothing wrong with working. I'm not saying that. All that I'm saying is that there are people who invest in themselves and they believe in themselves and they believe in this thing that is unlimited. There's something very limiting to. Okay, somebody. Okay, wait, I see what's going on. There's something very limiting to a hourly job. And what's limiting to the hourly job is the amount they're gonna pay you per the hour. I don't prefer um, to be on other people's time. Exactly, the break room. You are so right because I wanted to go into the military and I didn't. I used to regret it, but I got over it. I did jobs I loved and feel great about it now. Yeah, you know, and it's limiting. If you're getting, even if you're getting paid, $25, $30 an hour. Listen, some of it is. I'm just saying it's limited and it's limiting, right? Also, I want to acknowledge in Georgia, the minimum wage is $7.25. Okay, what the fuck? Where are we? And really, the Georgia minimum wage would not even be 7.25. It's $5 and something. The only reason that it's 7.25 is because that's the federal minimum wage, and you got to at least meet that. But the federal minimum wage have not went up. That should tell us a lot right there. It should tell us a lot now. What is somebody doing with $7.25? Can you tell me? $10 even. Hell, at this day and age, if you it should at least be $20. They talking about 15. It should at least be $20. Now I do understand, maybe they can make it like if it's a small and about really small business, maybe that could be 15. But we're talking about McDonald's franchises and these big companies paying that. No, they need to be paying at least $20 an hour, and that's minimum. All right. So I wanted to kind of finish that conversation, even though we can expand on that. But since Antoinette's here, I'm so sorry. I gotta talk to Antoinette about this man.
Oh Lord.
But I want to finish that conversation, okay? To some degree. We can keep going about that. And ultimately, the thing about it is have a balance. If you got to have a job, still pursue your goal. You're going to make more money in commission and sales. Don't be afraid of it. People are afraid of it. People shun upon sales, people shun upon commission. I made the most money as a debt collector that I've ever made in my life. You know why? Because I was good at it and it's unlimited. If I have 5,000 people paying $100 a month and I'm getting 30% of that, I mean, it's just, I mean, it just kind of added up. Okay? It's unlimited. It's unlimited. It's unlimited. And that's the thing to think about. Unlimited. Your hourly pay is limited. Guess how much you get paid an hour? How much you get paid an hour? They ain't finna change it tomorrow, the next day, next week. You're gonna get paid that same amount of hour. Guess what happens if you work harder next week than you did last week? Guess how much you're getting paid? That same amount of hour. Nothing with the cost of living right now. Exactly. All right. So just conversation I wanted to talk about, and based on the conversation that my cousin and I had, and gifts sometimes that are being wasted because you got so many gifts. You good at every damn thing. That good at everything is a gift and a curse. Good at everything, a gift and a curse, especially if you don't focus on something. Right now, what we're going to focus on is Antoinette's man. Antoinette.
My kid's daddy, not my man.
Okay, I knew she finna correct me. So we was on that live talking about all of that stuff, and we did not know you had that man over there at that house
Yep, he was right there
the whole time.
the whole time. Yeah, cause
And he,
he was listening to the other lady too.
Miss Ghost Mama.
Yeah, Ghost Mama. He was on there when Ghost Mama was on there. He was listening, talking noise on some of them. Then he was agreeing with what she said. 'Cause she
Mm-hmm.
did a good job.
I got to message Ghost Mama. I meant to do it today, and then I kind of slipped or whatever. I got to message her because when I tell you I thoroughly enjoyed that conversation,
Yes.
um, and she shared, stuff about her and her, also
Then
what I
he learned
appreciate
stuff.
we did, because also what I appreciated about that conversation is like the people who have made it, and I've said this before, but the people who have made it in their relationship, you know, oh, we've been together 30 years. The woman has went through something more than likely.
Oh yeah.
But there is Miss Billy said, I love Ghost Mama. Oh yes, I love Ghost
Yes.
Mama. I got to let her know that I'm gonna try to call her tomorrow to let her know how much I enjoyed that conversation and the topics that we're talking about. And if you all missed that live, if please go catch that live. And it's something about Ghost Boy and Ghost Mom. You'll see the thumbnail on my channel. I had a picture where I had taken with, I don't even know why. I just was being silly that day and took a picture with stuff over my face and showing just my eyes. And then I just put a silhouette of Ghost Mama. Now, Ghost Mama is actually very attractive and aesthetically pleasing, and her body is T for her age, and she wears
Mhm.
high heels. She sent me pictures. Okay, so I just want to say that. But I definitely need to reach out to her to let her know how much I enjoyed that live. So if you missed that live, please go see that live with Ghost Mama. This was like the last live, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was
So
for yesterday.
the day before yesterday, you have to go catch that live. It was just full. It's just so good. But so anyway, so we were on the live, and then Antoinette's baby dad was there. We didn't know he was there or whatever. And that began to be an interesting conversation that, and now he said he wants to bring his homeboy. So he wants some backup for the bullshit. That's what it sounds like.
That's what I said. I'm telling you, Darnell, gonna get into it there.
Uh-huh.
He gonna get down to it.
I'm gonna get into it. But he can bring the homeboy, that's fine. That's fine. Because I see I know a man. Oh, I know him. So I don't give a damn if you bring your homeboy, but please bring him. Because part of the thing with me is I overly understand a woman's perspective. And like I said to him when we were talking, I said, well, listen, a lot of the reason why some of the women, how are they are, because the men are getting it wrong too many times, and now they
Mhm.
on your ass, they on y'all ass. Now, it's some women who not gonna get with you like that, but it's some of them who is, and so now they on y'all ass. Oh, you want to play? Let's play. Now they on your ass.
And
You,
see, and his problem is he think I haven't met, I haven't talked to no other person since him. That's his problem. But when I broke it down to him and told him I've been talking and stuff, he was like, "Oh, really?" He think I'm the only. He's the only person that I've been messed with.
Mm-hmm. So has he tried to get back with you throughout the years?
Well, I'm trying to see. We just start talking. I'm gonna say about. Well, it's been a while, but I don't give him that opportunity. I don't give him the opportunity because he haven't changed. To me, I haven't seen no change.
Well, I'm glad that you finally got there. You know.
Yeah, because I had nothing but hate for him. And not saying that he wasn't a good man or nothing. We never fought or anything, and we didn't argue in front of the kids or nothing. But it was the cheating. It was
Now I
the
have a
cheating.
question. Okay, it was a cheating. Go ahead. Let me let you finish.
Go ahead.
Now he said he had money. Now was that a little bit of money or a lot of money or?
No, 'cause he was outside. So yeah, he had money, and then he had a record truck where he sold his truck when he had went to jail one time, and he sold his truck, and he gave me all the money to put up and stuff.
How much money now?
I, oh darn it, I don't remember, but it was enough because his mama kept on calling. Well, I don't know why he left the money. I said because he trusts me.
Right, because he didn't. You know what? Let me not talk about
Yeah,
your name,
baby,
mama.
she called me
He
every
knew. Oh,
day.
I'm loud as fuck right now. She know why he didn't give it to her.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Cause he trusts me and he know I'm not fit to do nothing but pay bills. Eh, I want to not pay no bill with no money. I'm not fit to And that's when I said everybody change when they go to jail. That's when he wanted me to go look at some rings and all of that. And that's. But to
Hmm.
me, he wasn't ready. That's why we never got married. We were just engaged. I feel that he wasn't ready. And I always believe in if I get married, to death do us part. I don't want to I don't want to go through that separation or no divorce. That's why
Hmm.
I haven't got married yet.
And I can hear that in y'all talking and like you explaining the relationship. Y'all said Wednesday night. Is it supposed to be Wednesday, y'all? What's Wednesday night?
What's supposed to be Wednesday?
Make sure you get Ghost Mama on that live.
So she can
Baby,
suit
that's gonna
us.
be a lot in that live. That gonna be a lot in that live. No, but seriously, we gotta get him on. He's interested in coming on. Now he wants to bring a homeboy. Oh my god. I'm just learning about this, but that's fine. I just need Antoinette there so when he get ready to say some bullshit that she can say, "Oh fuck no." Mm-hmm. So Antoinette, he said in a couple days. That's tomorrow. I I'm confused about when he's off.
I'm trying to see because I know he ordered some stuff and it's supposed to come Monday. So I don't know if he gonna come over here and get it Monday or what. But it's supposed to came in. It's supposed to come in Monday.
Well, I need you to call him tomorrow, and if he wants his homeboy on, that's fine. When do they want to come on? When are they free? Him and the
I
homeboy.
find out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Um, I'm eating saltine crackers again. If y'all hear me crunching, you probably do. Because I'm not cooking nothing. And what I ate today was baked wings and cabbage, which I have no starch. But these crackers is a little starch now. But I ate all the wings and the cabbage.
Wings too. Wings and salad today.
Oh, okay, so instead of wings and salad, I had wings and cabbage, which is kind of like
Yeah.
salad. And I intend on doing low carb again tomorrow. I gotta get back because I had been, maybe about last couple of weeks, I've been acting a fool. Now I gotta get back on my low carb. 'Cause, we got some goals.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Oh, you know what else I want to see, Antoinette? I want some old pictures of you and him. Ooh, I bet.
Couple of them.
I bet it was a mess. Ooh, I bet it was a mess. I want old pictures of you and him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, let me see this cracker. Y'all say when Ghost Mama and Ghost Son was on the live, it was Wednesday. Oh, okay, that was Wednesday. Night. I
Oh,
got you. Hey, Dr. Nose, I miss you. I'm just seeing this, but I'll catch the replay tomorrow. I'm hosting a holiday. Oh, happy 4th of July. Well, today. I've been cooking and cleaning. I'm not doing anything for the 4th is today. I don't, I'm pretty sure I'm not doing anything for the 4th because I'm not buying it. But only within the next couple of weeks, I will be doing something because I'm gonna have my little cousins, and they love my cooking, so I'm gonna cook for them. And so I'm gonna cook then within the next couple of weeks, but it's not gonna be for the 4th. Mm-mm, at all. Mm. I keep eating these crackers, and they're kind
I
of
got this
plain.
51 picture
You-
back in the
Ooh,
day.
I just got a. Oh, I just heard something. Oh, wait. I just heard something come through. What's that? Hmm. Okay. Okay, let me see. Yeah, he look like he like to play. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see. So, and Antoinette, that's you with the
Blue with the blue on.
with the
Yeah.
blue. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. But we definitely gonna get into it. I'm very interested. We never kind of done that cabbage look good as fuck. Y'all,
That cabbage did look good.
the cabbage was good. Um, so I wish I would have got some carrots. I like carrots and mushrooms in my cabbage too, but that's fine. I just had the head of cabbage and the sausage or whatever. It was good. I done ate the whole head between yesterday and today because that's been my meal for when I'm hungry. And so, you know what I think I'm gonna do tomorrow, y'all? Um, I'm trying to get back into my vegetable bag. I want to go get. I want to go get. Have y'all heard of callaloo? Okay, yep, player, player from the Himalaya. Have y'all heard of callaloo? Then my last cracker. It's so when it break down in your mouth, it's so dry. Oh, it's like a desert in my mouth. Everybody saying, "Hey, hey, Antoinette, hey, Miss Lim."
Hey.
Wait, Antoinette still up. Gotta be
I know I
Antoinette.
gotta be at work for 4:30 in the morning.
Why are you still up?
I'm not sleepy. I
You
was
gotta be
dozing off
at
at
work.
first, but
Cause that's cause your ass gonna go to that job and sleep. Look,
oh my
honest, I done answered the question and figured out. I already know because I, I done figured it out. Look, honest.
Cause should nobody be out at no 5 o'clock
Let me
in the morning.
look at this. I done figured it out. Because here's the thing. She said she gonna spend her time when she wanna spend her time. She gonna wait till she get to that job to go to sleep. That's what she look at this laugh.
Look, I already planned on taking me a little small blanket in the pillow.
Okay. Honey, I done been figuring that one out. She gonna get to that job to go to sleep, honey. She said she ain't going to sleep on her time. She going to sleep on their time. Mhm. Now her and I had done kind of slick already talked about this. Cause one day I called her. I forgot how what happened. I called her one day and she might have fell asleep on me. You know, she Antoinette fall asleep too now. Y'all
Yep.
know. I said, Fred, is you sleep at them people job? Oh yeah, I'm up now. I said, not you sleep at them folks' job.
I get like 2 or 3 cars come in, blow their horn, and I jump up like I was right here. What y'all blowing for?
Right. Look, you know what the people say? The people say I was praying. It's what they call it. It was a Ramadan, whatever the fuck they call. Bitch, you anytime you was praying. Yep. You
And
need to
don't
get you.
let me drive to work. I bet if I sit in that car.
You need to get you a sign that said praying.
Oh,
Mhm.
don't interrupt her.
Right. What y'all need? What do you need?
Oh Lord.
Mm. So yes, please get with that man, and he can bring his homeboy on. I can handle it. Y'all said Antoinette is not sleepy, but go to sleep on the line. They said, "Oh, you ain't sleepy now, but you be to
I
going to
was
sleep."
at first, yeah.
Let me tell
I
you,
done woke up.
let me tell you, both of us will get on out of here on the live. Now, the reason that I'm up, because I done been to sleep several times today. I got all of the energy right now. Baby, I had to took me some naps. And you know why? And I hate when it happens, y'all. I don't know if anybody have back troubles. And I'm not saying that mine are like y'all's because most of the year I go without it. But I make a movement or I do something, and there it goes. So I had this box that came in, right? It was a bed spring, or not a bed spring, a bed frame. And I normally ask my uncle to help me, but I said I was gonna give him a break, right? So I carried the bed spring upstairs,
Oh yeah.
the bed frame, and I didn't ask for any help. I assembled it, and uh out of all of that, I guess, between me carrying it upstairs and assembling it and moving here and there, I went to I was finishing up and I bent down and I got up and in my back, I said, oh, it's like a catch. It's like it catches. And I don't, you don't know when it's going to catch. And so it did it. And then it's been sore since then, which was yesterday, I believe. And so it's been sore, or the day before. Maybe the day before. So it's been sore, and then it gets back right, and then I don't have a problem until it catches again, and that could be 5 months, 6 months, 3 months. I don't know. So I don't know if anybody else has issues with their back, but that's definitely me. And yesterday I was intending on coming on, but mm-mm.
That pain.
It's like it's almost like I wanted to sit up and go to sleep because I so when I lay down, when I lay down, it's fine, like me laying down. But when I get up from laying down, it's a whole thing. Then I gotta pee. Now I gotta go through assessing my back pain and gotta pee, and the back gonna take a good little minute to warm up or whatever it's finna do so I can go. And so now, baby, I got to pee now. Mm-mm.
Well, I know what you mean, especially when my legs, my knees don't act right. The arthritis get in and you trying to get up. It's gonna take you a minute to move.
To go. And
Yeah.
and so here's the thing. Like I said, I don't have the back pain. So I wanted to say that because I know some people probably have back pain all the time. It only happens to me sometimes. Um, Carrie says I have a back. I would hope so. I'm joking. I like to crack a joke. Um, no. So I know there's some people that have back pain like continuously, consecutively, consistently. So I just want to say, I don't have that, but when it's here, it's here. It's in this bitch. And so when I lay down, it's not that, but when I get up from it, it's a whole thing, and I got to pee. So then I was kind of like, I was like, I think I should just sit in the chair and go to sleep because it's much easier at that point when I got to get up and I got to pee because, child, is the back, the back is one of the, well, no, okay, no, the back is one of the worst things. Now there are other worst things like the knees and the back is one of the worst things.
It's stiff when you just laying down. Everything gets stiff on you until you get ready to move. Whew,
But
pop your knees and stuff.
I'm glad that again I don't have it all the time. I'm not looking forward to that either. Same with me. I have back injury. As long as I don't bend over, I'm fine. I know exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. So you make the wrong move, and now you know. And I bend over, and I don't have it to a science, Miss Carrie. I just know that I carried that box upstairs. I did it I thought I did it carefully, and from there I was fine. But I kept bending over, lifting up this and doing this and doing this and doing that, and then it caught. You'll know when it catches. You get that pain, and I was like, oh, there it go. And then when it comes, it takes several days, at least for me, for it to go away. And I'm grateful that at least it goes away because some people have it and it don't go away, you know. So anyway, um, as when it, I'm gonna follow up with you tomorrow about that man, and you too. I need both of y'all. And if the one he want to bring on got somebody, I need her too. But he probably ain't want her on. So we just handle one thing at a time. Okay, bring your home, but when are we doing this? That's what I need to know. When are we doing this?
Yeah,
Because yes, we need the man's perspective and we need honesty about why they done did the shit they did.
they do some dumb shit. Like one time I guess he met a girl with the same name as mine, and he
Mm-mm.
he put her name on him. And when I
Mm-mm.
finally seen it, I'm like, when you went and got my name on you? He was like, oh, I went the other day and got it. So I looked at it. I said, wait a minute. I know you know how to spell my name. I said, but this name is because I'm OI.
Mm-hmm.
That one said IO. And I'm like, I know you know how to spell my name. Why is it spelled different? Why have
Oh,
I? Oh, they made a mistake. They made a
uh-uh.
mistake.
So he
So
liked to play big
yeah.
games.
So one day he left his phone at the house, and it rung. And you know me, I'm gonna answer. It's a girl named Antoinette.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was a
I'm
girl
out
named
of crackers.
Antoinette,
Go ahead.
and my, told her he left his phone here, and I questioned her and everything when y'all met and all of this, and how to spell your name, and she
Mm.
spelled it I-O. I said, oh, okay. I said, but did he tell you he got 3 kids and we live together? No, he told me he was single. I said, baby, we've been together since '91, and we got 3 kids together, and we live together.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, "No, ma'am, he didn't tell me." You could tell she was a young girl. They've been
Mm-hmm.
knowing each other for a whole year, and he didn't got this girl name tagged. Now he have my name on him, but he have my nickname on him.
Mm-hmm. So that's how he get y'all too. He said, "Oh, I put your name on
Yeah,
me. If you like it, then you should have put your name
I
on me."
said, "Why you gonna put my? I ain't. Oh Lord, I almost said my nickname." I said, "Why you gonna put my nickname on you? I told you if you gonna ever put my name on me, I want my name across your back." Well, you ain't gonna never put your name. I said, no, I'm not. I ain't supposed to put no man name on me. You ain't promised to me.
You did right the whole time. Oh, child, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one now. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna follow up with you tomorrow on that because we need that. He putting names. He meeting other Antoinettes.
Mm-hmm.
He done did a lot.
He done did a lot. And my oldest daughter did a lot to him. He had my car one day. I let him keep my car while I was at work. And he
Hmm.
went to the house, and my oldest daughter, I guess because me and him was mad at each other, whatever, but I let him keep my car. He dropped me off at work, and I let him keep my car. So
Hmm.
he went to the house, and my oldest daughter seen him in my car. So she was like, I'm supposed to get my mama a car because they was mad at each other. Why is he driving? She had a crowbar on him. He was locked up in the car calling me, talking about, will you call and get your daughter?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She on your ass.
She had a crowbar. Mama, why is he in your car? I'm like, Nikki, I let him drive. Now he need to get up out the car. I don't know how he gonna leave, but he gonna get up out that car.
Okay, she said you might be a fool, but she the
Yeah,
fuck ain't. Mm-mm. Shout out to the
he didn't
Donna.
play.
She said, "What? I know he didn't get another girl tattooed on him the same
Yes,
name
he
as you,
did.
Antoinette."
Yes, he
Mm-hmm.
did.
Oh, he got a lot to answer for.
And
He
then they
sure
try to
did.
tell me it's my name. No, that ain't my name. My name is
Antoinette,
O.I.
we need you to write down this stuff so you don't forget nothing. We need you to write it down. Not y'all don't let me forget. Y'all ain't gonna let me forget no way. He got a whole nother lady. He done met named Antoinette, name spelled different. That got her name tattooed on him.
Yeah.
The younger girl. And he got the original Antoinette still at the house. Mm-mm.
I guess he was gonna try to please both of us with the name, but you gonna put I-O. No, that ain't my name.
He would have been better off putting it misspelling it for your name to tell
Yeah,
her.
and put yeah.
Child. Oh, that you right. That was a dog. Now that was the roofy roof.
And that's why I say
But
test the
Antoinette,
name.
it must have been good.
Oh my god, it's not there. I told you I was in it for my kids.
Uh-uh.
Yep, I was in
And
it for my kids. If I
ain't,
tell y'all what my grandmother used to say when he come over there,
ain't that much kids in the world.
yeah, I had to learn. When I called my mama, told her I'm tired. I learned.
So we also gotta find out what the grandma used to say when he came over there. We gotta remember to ask that. Because we don't want to know right now. I don't want to know right now.
Okay.
But y'all got to remember these things because I'm not gonna remember. I'm not taking down the notes. I hope that y'all is writing, put somebody putting that down because we needs to know this. What did the grandma call him when he came over there? No good, I know. But what was the exact phrase and conversation from the grandma? We know it was no good nigga. We know that. Okay. But we're gonna have to find out, okay? Because the grandma was on his ass, sound like. Mm-hmm. Which I had to. I don't know if anybody else skin soak up my skin, especially depending on where on my skin, because some of my skin is different from the other. That's another thing. Is
Uh-huh.
anybody else skin is not the same everywhere? My face is dry as a motherfucker.
My face be dry too, especially by my nose.
No, my eyes and my nose.
Yeah.
Um, yes, Darnell, we need him on the line. Exactly, Miss Karen. We're gonna get him on there. My eyes and my nose. I don't give a fuck what I put on that bitch. It's dry as hell.
Yeah.
I just keep putting it on there, and it just keep. This said 24-hour moisture. I'm
Mm.
I'm trying to figure out where is it. When did it go? I don't know if I get 1 hour. It just keeps sucking it.
Yeah, cause I got some face oil I put on mine, and it's still. And I got witch hazel and everything. Clean my face with and everything, but it still stay dry right there.
Now the witch hazel is gonna dry it, but the other stuff's supposed to be moisturizing. But the witch hazel gonna dry it out. So they're kind of like alcohol, but a
Yeah,
little
but I
different.
have a witch hazel pad, cause it cleans your face, but it just dry my face out.
So maybe that's where we're going wrong. Do we not? Can we not use the witch hazel or the? Because to clean your face, it's either alcohol based or witch hazel based or whatever. And even when you use a toner, because the witch hazel promotes, I guess, like even skin tone, which I have seen it do,
Mhm.
and then the toner promotes even skin tone. So we got to have the toner or the witch hazel, but it's supposed to be this following moisture. And listen, I could put the moisture on the rest of my body, and it'll be amazing. I'm trying to figure out what about my face that moisture it ain't gonna last for so long. It's not. Bitch, it'd be dry within an hour or two. You know what? I did find this stuff Antoinette one time that was so fucking greasy, but it
Mhm.
it did it was so fucking greasy. I I don't even remember the name of it. Maybe I need to go find it again. You put that on, at least it would last a little longer. But that bitch was greasy.
Greasy.
Ooh, that bitch was greasy. But I might need greasy.
No, cause I used to do Vaseline, but somebody
Oh
told me
no,
that
Vaseline ain't
closing up your
shit.
pores and stuff.
Vaseline ain't shit for real.
Yeah.
No, Vaseline ain't shit. Now, what I will say is that rose, Vaseline makes different flavors now.
Mhm.
But the flavors that they make, and I'm kind of flavor. I'm talking about flavors like they're sunny.
I know, but I know
Uh,
what you're talking about.
but they make this red one, and rose maybe I don't know, but it lasts longer than the regular Vaseline.
Mm.
It's still not the best moisturizer, but it lasts longer than the regular Vaseline. So I put it on like my lips and stuff or whatever. Um, but for my face, I need a whole nother level of moisturizer, and I don't know where to find it at. I need another level. However, the highest level of moisturizer they invented, that's what I need for my face because that bitch dry as fuck. Anyway, I'm about to get off here. We're gonna follow up with internet tomorrow. You say use Vaseline at night, your face, and a wet paper towel and dap it over your face.
Yep.
Mm,
But see, I use those paper towel I buy out for Amazon towels that you could throw away. That's what I
mm-hmm.
started using. My daughter had told me to use those because she's an esthetician, whatever that is.
Esthetician.
Yeah, that's what she is. Because she makes her own stuff.
Oh, well, Anthony, you what? What?
But
What
she
she's?
live in Waco. We don't.
Oh, I'm gonna say, what the hell we talking
Yeah,
about?
I haven't seen my daughter over 2 years now. She stay in Waco.
Eh, she got, yeah, she got to do better. Cause how far is Wake Up from you? Two couple of
About
hours?
2 or 3 hours. Yeah,
Oh no! Tell her she shouldn't
yeah.
have been now. She need to bring her ass.
I know,
And
but
when
then
she
she gonna
and
my
when
husband
she
talking
bring
about
her
moving farther.
now when she bring her ass, don't just bring your ass. Bring some products too. Okay? Cause now I'm several hours from my mom, but
Mhm.
I don't go no 2 3 years.
Yeah, that's because she been working and stuff, and then
That
she don't
sound
get
like
a
you.
chance. She don't
Uh
come out here at all. I said, when you gonna come out here, Mama?
uh.
I ain't coming out there. And me and my other daughter will drive out there, but I ain't had my car almost a year, so I can't. I couldn't do nothing.
Mm-mm. Now I can relate. I don't like going home because, well, where my mom lives is a rural, and there's nothing to do, and they don't have an extra room, and so then I either gotta go to a hotel. Then my mom was offended that I get a hotel. Like, why you can't sleep here and you can sleep in the bed with me and dee. And so I do that sometimes, but
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that. She got to get up and pee, then I got to get up, then I'm in her bed trying to figure out how I'm gonna get out of the bed
When I
from
wake up.
around her because she got shit at the end, and how am I gonna get out of the bed?
Oh,
And I can't roll over you. That's what I should do. Roll over. And then she'll stop inviting me into that bitch. Roll right over her. Cause she on the end where she can get out. I'm trapped in the closets. And so no, but I have done that or whatever, but I don't want to do that. And I see what people mean like when they say they like to be at home, like, oh, I can't wait to get home to my bed or whatever.
mm-hmm.
Because like they don't have any extra room. And so then, either I'm at the hotel or whatever. Now, mind you, by the time I finish drinking and talking shit, I've been up fell asleep anyway on the sofa wherever I'm at. So mm-mm, I, I kind of get it, but I'm still gonna make sure I see my mama. I ain't went no 2 3 years
Yeah.
without seeing my mama now.
I have been too. I know. I know it wasn't this year. We haven't seen each other this year. And
Well, we need to call her.
each other last year. Yeah.
We, she
But we
sleep.
talk every day on FaceTime and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's asleep right now. I know. So
Oh yeah.
I
Speak.
wish it was earlier, because we need to call her and tell her about herself. Mhm.
Uh,
But my mom, she does come to me quite a bit too,
mhm.
because my brother, and so they come here, and then we have like a lot of family stuff here. Um, but I don't know. I just if they didn't, I wanna. I don't have to be home often, but I would definitely
Yeah.
wanna. I think maybe because y'all FaceTime,
Uh huh.
And y'all talk all the time. She's like feels like she knows you're okay.
Yeah, yeah, we talk every day.
And
And if I
see,
don't call her one day, she'll call me. Oh, I ain't talked to you in months and days. I said, girl, we just talked.
okay,
Well, yeah, we make sure we talk to each other every day.
no. Well, anyway, Antoinette, I'm gonna get off this
Me too.
line. Even though I'm still like not sleepy, like literally I could keep talking or whatever. But I'm about to get off this line. I'm gonna follow up with you tomorrow.
Okay.
You make sure you talk to that man's, and what I want to know is when does he want to come on, him and his friend or whatever. I need to know, and I need a concrete answer.
Well, I'll talk to him tomorrow. I'll ask.
Hmm. And if they want to, you know, put their pages out there, whatever they want to do, I don't care. But anyway, yeah, we need that. But all right, boop. Let me see. I don't even know what the people are saying because when I tell you I had done, first of all, I took my contacts out. I feel like I can see so much. I took my contacts out, so I got my glasses on, but I don't have them on either. I put them on the desk. And when I tell you just now talking to you, I was first of all, letting my eyes breathe and having the conversation with them. Now y'all know I would have been fell asleep on y'all if I didn't have all them naps. I had 2 naps today. Praise God for Jesus. Those
And I
naps
think
was
that's what it
amazing.
was. I slept all day today. It was raining. I put the dog up, put a sheet over her, and I got on that couch and went to sleep.
Good morning. Vaseline and cocoa butter works great for me. Okay, Vaseline and cocoa butter. To the party. I just woke up. We're down in the chat. Beautiful Penny Lisa and she said hello to everybody. Hey Janelle. We
Hey,
just
Janelle.
we about to get off, but yeah, good night everyone. It's 1:19. Yes. No, it's two it's 2:22 my
Yeah, it's
time.
119 here.
Y'all, I don't
But
know
one
what two
twenty two.
I don't know what 222 means to me, but it's very significant in my life. I don't know what it means. I mean, I hear what the people say it means, but
222.
it just y'all just said that about the time, and it's 222. It ain't the number because I done played the cash three and they don't never come. So it ain't the number. I know that. But anyway, it always comes to me. I have it in my cash apps, I believe, and certain other things because it always comes to me. Like always comes to me. Always, always, always. And so um, I don't know what it means, but I'm grateful for it. What the freak is this? What the freak? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here.
All right, y'all. I'm supposed to make myself go to sleep, turn this TV off.
All right, well, make yourself go to sleep, honey. I'm gonna make myself do something. I love you. I'll talk to y'all later. We're gonna follow on the internet. We're gonna get that man on here. Bye.
Bye. Love y'all. Bye bye.
Love you too.